So the one that we're going to do today is the quadratic formula. So let's look for quadratic formula. That's what we're going to do today. And what does the quadratic formula do? It finds solutions. This gives you the solutions. Okay, and solutions, you guys should know, are found on a graph right here. This is a solution, this is a solution. So this formula finds those solutions. Okay? So it's just another way to find solutions. I know that you guys like Desmos and that it's very easy to just type it and go find them, right? But I have to show you all these different things. And I'm going to also show you how we can put this formula in Desmos to help you and make it easier for you. Okay, so just make sure that you're paying attention. So the first thing you need to know is that the quadratic equation should always be in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay, so write that down. It needs to be in that form because I'm going to need an A, a B, and a C. Okay, I need an A, a B, and a C. So in here, this is my first example. My A is a 1, so A equals 1. My B is a negative 5. B equals negative 5. And my C equals negative 36. Okay, does everybody see that? Where I got the A, the B, and the C. A, B, and C. Okay? Once you have that, then you can use the formula. You can use this formula to plug in the B's right there, the A's right there, and the C right there. So we're going to write it down one time. It's going to be x equals negative b plus or minus square root of, I'm copying this, okay, b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. What did I do in place of my B's, my A's, and my C? What did I do in here? I put parentheses, okay? There's a parentheses for my B here, parentheses for my B here, parentheses for my A here, C, and A. And once you have those parentheses, you can put all the numbers in there. So, my A was a 1. So everywhere I see A right here in my formula, I'm going to put a 1. So there's a 1 here and there's a 1 here. My A. Okay? Donde está la A, voy a poner 1. Where I have B, I'm going to put a negative 5. So my B's are right here and right here. So I need to put negative 5 inside the parentheses here and inside the parentheses here. Okay? And my C was negative 36. So I'm going to put negative 36 right here because that is my C. Okay? That's all I'm doing. Then I'm going to reduce everything. So negative times a negative gives you what? If I have a negative and a negative, what does that give you? Positive. Okay? So x equals, this is going to be a positive 5. It changes the sign of whatever's inside. Then I'm going to keep the plus and the minus. Square root of, what's this squared? Type it in Desmos. Everybody should have Desmos open. And you will be typing parentheses, negative 5, close parentheses, square. You have to have it in parentheses because if not, it's going to come out a negative, and I don't need a negative. I need a positive 25. Okay, so then that gives me 25. Then I'm going to type all of this in Desmos. Negative 4, parentheses 1, parentheses, negative 36, close parentheses. So like this, negative 4, open the parentheses, put a 1 inside, close the parentheses, open the parentheses, put a negative 36, close the parentheses. If I multiply all of those, it gives me 144, positive 144. So right here, instead of putting a minus, I'm going to put a positive 144. Okay? Divided by, this one you can do it in your head, right? If you can, you put it in Desmos. But what's 2 times 1? 2. So at the bottom is just a 2. Keep going. I'm going to add these two inside. What's 25 plus 144? 25 plus 144. 169. Okay, so inside, oops, I'm going to put 169. So now I have x equals 5 plus or minus the square root of 169 divided by 2. This stayed the same. This stayed the same. This became 169, and then the 2 stayed the same. What's the square root of 169? Put this in Desmos now. Square root of 169 is 13. You can also find it in your formula chart, right? If I go look at my formula chart, 169 is right here, and it's 13 times 13. So it's going to come out perfect. So this became just 13. So that's x equals 5 plus or minus 13 all over 2. This is going to give me 2 answers. I know, I'm almost done. And then I'm going to show you the easier way. This is going to give me 2 answers, okay? X equals 5 plus 13 divided by 2, and x equals 5 minus 13 divided by 2. So put this in the calculator, see what it gives you. Put this in the calculator, see what it gives you. Five plus 13 all over divided by 2 gives me a positive 9. And if I change the plus to a minus, it gives me a negative 4. So my 2 answers are 9 and negative 4. Okay, Ms. Mesa, this is too long. How can I do it easier? Right? I want everybody to go put this formula in Desmos right now, because Desmos can do it for you. So let's go type it, erase everything. I'm going to come check that everybody is typing the formula. Negative b. You don't have to type x equals, just negative b plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, highlight it, divided by 2a. Maybe I do need to type x equals. So let's type x equals. And then I'm going to type a, where's my a? A equals, I'm going to type b equals, where's my b? And I'm going to type c equals. Okay, what was my a? What was the number for a? 5. So put A is equal to 5. What was my B? What was my B? B was negative 5. A was 1. Y'all messed up. A is 1. B is negative 5. And C was negative 36. So what did it give me? 9. One of my answers is 9. And then change this sign to a negative. My second answer is negative 4. Okay, so Desmos does it for you. So we're going to pause the video, and I want you to do problem number 1 now. Problem number 1, all we need to do is move this over, change the sign. So I have x squared minus 8x minus 20 equals 0. Okay, I'm going to write down the numbers, and you're going to go type them in Desmos. My A is 1. It's right there. My B is negative 8. And my C is negative 20. Pause the video, go type them in Desmos, and see what both answers give you. Go. So let's look. Remember, this needs to be plus. Okay? Always start with the plus and then the minus. So my A was 1. My B was negative 8. And my C was negative 20. So my first answer is 10. X equals 10. Write it down. My second answer, all you have to do is change this to a minus, and it's going to give you the second answer. So change it to minus, and that gives you the second answer. X equals negative 2. So x equals 10, and x equals negative 2. Okay, and it can also give you decimals. So try it with this one. This needs to be moved over, changed to a minus 12, right? 3 minus 12 is how much? What's 3 minus 12? Negative 9. Bring this down. That's 2x squared plus 7x minus 9. So my A is a 2. My B is 7. My C is negative 9. Pause the video, type it in Desmos, see what your two answers are. Go. So my A is 2. My B is 7. My C is negative 9. This needs